Delhi NCR just went through another stint of the odd even scheme. And right at the beginning of the schedule, Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal put out a tweet saying, "I am glad pollution is coming down. We have to keep up our efforts so that coming days do not see any spike. Grateful to everyone who ever made efforts to reduce it." Even though the smog and pollution in Delhi seems lower than before, is it really the odd even scheme that did it? And more importantly, is it really the solution to the problem? Let's try and find out. Every year around the month of late October and November, Delhi and most of northern India gets covered with a layer of smog. It gets intensified due to the festival of Diwali with a lot of cracker burning. But that's not the entire reason for the problem. Delhi is one of the most populated and polluted cities of the world, with a lot of vehicles, industries and construction sites which add to the problem. One of the major reasons cited by a lot of studies and organizations is the problem of stubble burning which happen around the Delhi region in the neighboring states during the same time. It also gets aggravated because the wind pattern over the capital is stagnant during this time, which doesn't let the pollution and the smog to go away. The odd even policy aims to cut through this problem by rationing the number of vehicles on the road, bringing down the level of PM 2.5, the particulate matter that is majorly responsible for this smog. Studies done by Terry and IIT Kanpur indicate that the contribution to the PM 2.5 by vehicular pollution is between 20 to 28%. Surprisingly, the contribution to this PM 2.5 by passenger vehicles such as taxis and CNG cars is only 2%. The IIT Kanpur study also showed that the contribution by two-wheeler vehicles stood higher at 6% and the major share went to trucks at 9.2%. This data clearly indicates that the odd even scheme alone cannot solve this problem, especially when certain exceptions like taxis, women drivers and two-wheeler vehicles are put into place. The root causes need to be found out and an exhaustive plan is necessary to be acted upon. So, what are these causes? One of the major causes is the stubble burning which happens in the states of Punjab and Haryana. According to a report by Suffer, the contribution by stubble burning to Delhi's pollution rose to its highest at 46% this year. Even though the state government put up plans and provisions to counter this issue still stands tall. According to an estimate, about 17% of the particulate matter in Delhi's air can be reduced if the roads in the National Capital Region are paved, leading to a decline in the dust particles in the air. Along with that, biomass burning and the burning of plastics is also a major concern. Even though various fines and punishments have been implemented by the government, they do not seem to have percolated through to the bottom. Thus, it is very clear that the odd even policy is not the solution to the problem. At least not the only one. It is currently a reactionary measure to the problem which has a much more complicated basis. As the study by Central Pollution Control Board stated, with no clear trend and wide fluctuations observed in the concentrations, it is evident that the meteorology and emissions from other polluting sources have been major factors impacting air quality of Delhi during the period. What the state government needs to do is to come up with a plan that tackles all these issues. A solo exercise with just vehicles will not be sufficient for Delhi to breathe free. Moreover, the aim to reduce pollution and make Delhi a better and cleaner city to live in needs to be a year-long exercise and not something that we do just for a week or when the problem is at our doorstep. The condition has gotten better the past few days and I sincerely hope that it gets even better thanks to the light winds that have been moving the smog and pollution away from Delhi. But we should not be dependent on just these winds if we are to save ourselves from this trouble every year. Let us know what you think about the odd even policy down in the comments. And for more such stories, follow us on our social media handles and visit our website. You can find the link in the description box below.